Zachary Geesting, and I'm going to walk you through the process and what I've learned through the duration of my design project. For a little background, my design project that I chose to do was a rebranding and website creation for Microsoft. I chose to do Microsoft as I figured it would be interesting to see how the brand itself would change through putting it into a different market, and I chose microbrewery to play off the word and also to use the word to kind of build up a brand itself. For starters, I did a bunch of research based on the websites and branding of different types of products and Microsoft's website as a whole. I looked at Microsoft's, I saw the drop down menu, how everything's kind of like boxed in and very uniform. I also looked at other local brewers and small microbreweries like Mantry and how colorful they were when they displayed their beers, but very muted when you went to their homepage. And I also looked at another beer company called New Belgium and saw how really blocky and square their websites were. So based off of this, I went and started to create my logos and to create the branding and mock-ups of the website. For the first part, I designed the logo. The top one is what I chose initially to create it as, to kind of change up the square and make it into a circle, but then I decided that's not as much as a change as I want, so I kind of decided where should I put this brand and what should I do with it to make it stand out. So I wanted to put it in San Francisco, West Coast kind of themed area, and my first thought was sailing, so I made the logo into sails, but then the logo was really big and I chose that it was way too bulky and the accents were on the colors and not the branding logo itself. So after 3 different iterations of moving it around and such, I chose on the one in the middle, which is more streamlined and it combines all the colors in a simple viewing. The next thing I did was I needed to brand the drinks that I wanted Microsoft to be creating for the brand image itself and company. So I went and decided 4 different kind of drafts would be good, especially since they're a micro brewery and a startup in this sense versus a huge corporation. So I chose 4 would be a good branding starting point, and I based the 4 drinks off of either failed or discontinued products that Microsoft had created, namely Zune, Bill, DOS, and Kin, and then I used the logo and the colors of Microsoft's logo in them to create the branding for the bottles and how they would show up. Now, I then decided to create mock-ups for how I wanted the website to look like preliminarily and show you what my design process was before I got to the final result. So I have the home page and the about page, more of it continued, kind of playing off the colors and a lot of imagery. Then the contact page, very simple. The home page, which also was very simple and very clean. And then the products page, which I chose to lay out the 4 beers. I had to do some photoshopping to get the beers to actually be the colors that I wanted them to be. And then I started creating the product page for each one. And based off of the Mantry brewery that we saw before, I really enjoyed the colorful background that matched the bottle and the drink itself. So I put lemons in the background for Bill since it's supposed to be a lemony kind of drink. Limes for the limey drink, which is DOS. Uh, blueberries for Kin, and then oranges for Zune to play off the colorful, delicious kind of looking pages. Now the end result, which I've been working on for the past month or so, has been the website. To fully complete it, I did some design iterations to make it look more like the original Microsoft website, and to play off the design cues on that, mainly the drop in and drop out menu bar. I have the main page, which I used Font Awesome, and I created kind of a drop down menu of like latest stories and a footer with the different kinds of social media icons, and if you click those it'll take you to the respective find out a little bit more about us. It'll take you to the About Us page, as well as Taster Microbrews will take us to the product page, or Beer Me. The About page, it has a picture and about. Currently I have Lorem Ipsum, or Hipsum as I found, which was a hipstery version of that for text to fill in, to talk about the brand. And then a part about my website is it's a reflective design, so as you get smaller, the image climbs on top of it, and when you bring it out further, it becomes much bigger. For products, I kept with the same design with a picture, and then I have the product pages, and I'll come back to that. And then contact is a simple contact email submission sheet. For products, when you go to the products, you have your choice of build, DOS, Zune, Kin, as I said before, and you click on them. I kept the same fruity background with the same format as the other pages, which kept the logos. It showed off that, and it showed off the beer as well, and there's a back button so you can go back and look at the other drinks, so you don't really get that lost into the whole website. So that is my process, and what I've learned from this project is it really allowed me to flex my talents and the things I've learned from web design, and it really allowed me to push what I like about design and creating something very interesting to myself. As far as what I learned a lot more coding, HTML, and CSS with help from going on Google and forums on people who had the same problems, and even finding example templates to use some of their information to put into my website too. But that is my project as a whole, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed working on it. Thank you.